His intention for humanity, always to have happy homes. But this is one thing we inherited. We inherited two things from the Garden of Eden: the day of rest and marriage. And both of them, Satan has messed in both of them. That's why we find so many calamities, so many problems, so much misunderstanding in the home between husband and wife. Many times I hear people telling, Pastor, isn't it boring for a person to live 15 years with the same person? It should be more exciting instead of boring. Life has to be more interesting as they know each other more and love each other more. And how many times when people who live together all their lives, there's always applaud and rejoicing and joy. Doesn't mean there is not misunderstanding. As long as there are two persons, some things happen, but they make it right with each other. I like us to think of two families that are mentioned in the Bible. A family, husband and wife, who were terribly wicked. King Ahab, in 1 Kings, the Bible tells us about him that he was very wicked. The Bible tells us that he did wickedness more than all the kings who were before him. And what made it worse, he married a wicked woman. And what a combination. There was ruin for the nation. There were problems. There were starvations. The rain did not come for 3 years and a half because of their wicked lives. And they wanted to worship the creature instead of worshiping the Creator. But when we turn about another family, about Zechariah and his wife Elizabeth. Zechariah, who was a priest, and he was advanced in age. And so his wife Elizabeth was advanced in age, but they didn't have children. Very good record about both of them, the Bible tells us. Both were walking uprightly in the sight of the Lord. Both of them were righteous people, not in their own eyes, but in the sight of the Lord. And what happened? In their old age, when she could not have children, the Lord, the angel, appeared to Zechariah, and he told him, you will get a child. About this time of the year, you will have a child. He could not believe. He was dumbfounded, and it's true. He could not, because of the news. And sure enough, and the Lord, the angel told him that the child will be filled with the Spirit of God, even in the womb of his mother. He would be filled with the Spirit. And he told him what his name is going to be. And all of us, we know about John the Baptist, who was a champion preparing the way for the Lord. And here we find, therefore, we see what a difference between a wicked family and a righteous family. He was the means, John was the means of calling many people to repent and to give their hearts to the Lord. He was a champion in preparing the way for the Lord. What a happy home it is when both live, sacrificing their lives, loving one another, committing their lives one another, as our dear sister mentioned. Yes,